The outcomes of this video include create, open, and save spreadsheets, produce a spreadsheet from a given specification, edit a spreadsheet, format a spreadsheet. Outcomes continued, check spelling and grammar in a spreadsheet, print a spreadsheet using features specific to spreadsheets, create, open, and save spreadsheets. Hi everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going through Learner Guide 116937 and it has to do with Excel. So the first thing we're going to do is open up Excel and we're going to open a new blank workbook. Let's create a table. So the first step is to leave out the first block and start typing, let's say, a name in A2. And in B1 we can type the months. Now what we can do is select from A1 by left clicking and holding all the way to the end of E5 so that we capture all the data. We can now click on borders and choose all borders. If you'd like to click on a specific cell, you can move your mouse to that cell, for example B2, and left click on that cell and you'll see it's highlighted that cell now. Or if you'd like to move around, you can use the arrows on your keyboard. For example, to go to E2, you can move the right arrow. Or you can go down to E5. If we'd like to enter some data into this table, we can start at B2 and type 350. And there we've entered some data into our table. In order to save the spreadsheet, we can go to File, Save As. You can choose to browse your PC, or you can enter the file name here that you'd like to save it as, and choose if you'd like it to be an Excel workbook. But let's go to Browse for now. It'll open up our File Explorer. We can find Documents, the folder we've been saving in. Let's create a new folder and call it Excel. Once we're happy, we can enter again, and let's call this file name Demo Spreadsheet 1, and we can say save. Once we're happy, we can close the spreadsheet. Produce a spreadsheet from a given specification. The next thing to do is to go find that spreadsheet we've closed. So we can go to File Explorer, Documents, the folder we've been saving in, the Excel folder, and the Demo Spreadsheet 1. Now we are going to edit our table so that we have 8 rows and 5 columns. So let's enter some more data into the table. And there we go, we've entered more data into the table and we've created 8 rows and 5 columns. Now let's create a total column. So in G1 we can type the word total. And what we can do now is we can press equals in the block G2 equals B2 plus C2 plus D2 and so on until we reach F2. And there's the total of the cells B2 through to F2 for John from the months January through to May. What we can do now to make life easier is we can autofill from the right-hand corner of G2, and we can left click and hold and drag all the way down, and it will autofill that sum down to the bottom. And now we've just got all the other totals for the people in our table. Let's select all of this and put all borders around it. Let us now save this file in HTML format, because the benefits of saving in HTML mean if you are offline, you can still view the document. So we can find documents, you can find the folder, Excel folder, HTML. And over here in the Save As type, we can choose to save it as an HTML. If you struggle to find HTML, then you can save it as a web page or single file web page. Let's save it as a web page. We can say save. Edit a spreadsheet. If we'd like to copy some of this table and paste it into a different section of our spreadsheet, we can start selecting from A1 through to March, all the way down to Lucy, right-click, copy, right-click, and paste. And there we've copied successfully. If we'd like to copy to a new spreadsheet, we can do the same procedure of selecting A1 through to March and Lucy, right-click, copy, create a new sheet at the bottom, right-click in A1, and paste. If we are not happy, we can select the data again and press the delete on our keyboard. Or we can click on the sheet itself, right-click, and say delete. Format a spreadsheet. In order to format cells, what we need to do is we need to select the cells by left-clicking, holding, and selecting all the data that we'd like to format. Let us go through January to May for all the people. And we can go to the word general, and we can choose to format to a currency. There, it's now changed it to rands with 2 decimal places. If you'd like to do a more in-depth formatting of cells, you can go to the downward arrow here by the word number. And here you can choose the currency to be rands, 0 decimal places, and if there's negative numbers, they can turn up in red, and then we can say OK. And as you can see, there's no decimal places anymore. To make the names bold, we can select the names, left-clicking and selecting, and we can choose to make them bold. And we can also choose to make them yellow in color, or we can choose the down arrow and choose any color we'd like. But let's make them yellow in color. And if we'd like to select the months, we can select the months, left-click and holding, and choose to italicize them and center align them. If your cell is too big and you'd like to make it smaller, you can click in between B and C, for example, in this case, and you can double click and it will make it smaller. So for example, if the cell was 11.33 in width, you can go between cells B and C and double click in that column area, and it'll make it smaller for you. Check spelling and grammar in a spreadsheet. Let's say we had a spelling mistake, such as April was spelled April. We can go to Review, Spelling, and we can continue at the beginning of the sheet for the spelling check. February is spelled wrong, so we can say change. April is spelled wrong, we can say change. And February is spelled wrong again, we can say change. And the spell check is now complete and we're good to go. Print a spreadsheet using features specific to spreadsheets. If we'd like to print this page, we can go to File, Print. If we are happy with how the preview looks, we can simply say Print. Or if you'd like to change it from print to PDF to a certain printer, you can click on the down arrow and you can choose a printer. But if we scroll down, you can also choose to print the active sheets or the entire workbook. But if you'd like more information in regards to the printing, you can go to the page setup option at the bottom. And here you can start to choose your margins, your header and footer, the sheet. So there's different things that you can adjust in the print options area. But if you're happy, you can say print. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you can you share it with as many people as you feel might benefit from this training. Thank you.